Hey there, Unsolved Mysteries fans. Wayward Legacy back at you with another video. So, before I get into the case, I just wanted to let everybody know that now we have reached 21 subscribers right here on YouTube, and I want to say thanks, and it means the world to me that you people or you guys have subscribed to my channel, and you like me and you like the content that I'm putting out. I'm not getting a whole lot of comments or likes or anything like that, but people are watching, and that's pretty cool. Like I said, when I first, like I said in my Hugh Harlan video, which if you want to check that out, it's in my Unsolved Mysteries playlist along with other Unsolved Mysteries videos as well. So if you haven't seen those, you can check those out. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off topic here. So like I was saying in that video, I remember when I first started off this series, and then I started to do more series as well. I only had 4 subscribers. My other series were getting a whole lot of views, but more people started liking it and commenting and subscribing and giving me ideas and stuff like that, and for stuff to do and cases to do and stuff like that. And it's pretty surreal to me. Because I remember, for like a good month after I started this channel, and I only had 4 subscribers, and I was just like, this whole Unsolved Mysteries thing, it's just not getting a whole lot of views, and it's not really getting out there, and I kind of thought about giving up on it for a little bit there, but, the 4 guys that I had, I wanted to keep going for them, and then, more people just started subscribing and, checking out the videos and liking them, and stuff like that, and I wanted to keep going, and now here we are a few months later, and I'm at 21 subscribers now. It's surreal to me, because I remember when I had 4 subscribers for that 1 month, and then I thought about giving up on YouTube, but I kind of kept going with it, and it's a passion of mine. I try to put out the best possible content that I can, and try to give you the best. I gotta admit, like when I first started this, I wasn't really comfortable in front of the camera. I'd never really done anything like this before. I'd post covers on Facebook and stuff like that of like songs that I would want to do, but I've never actually just kind of sat and talked in front of a camera before, and but now I've gotten pretty comfortable with it, and it's just amazing. It's astonishing to me that I've reached 21 subscribers. It's not a whole lot to some channels. There's channels that have 1,000 to like 1 million, 3 million, somewhere around there. And I would love to reach those numbers, but and maybe someday I will. I don't know. But to be at 21 subscribers now is pretty cool to me, because I remember that 1 month. Just when I was at 4, and I was thinking about quitting, but I didn't. I kept going. And now here we are a few months later, and this series, among the other series that I've been doing, are going strong, and people are watching, so that's cool. Like, as long as you people keep watching and I keep getting views on these videos, I will keep making them for you. And this series, like I've stated in previous Unsolved Mysteries videos, this series is special to me because I grew up watching Unsolved Mysteries, and as I'm sure many of you have as well. And a lot of these cases are still unsolved today, and I hope that maybe if this channel grows enough, and more people can see these videos, that maybe it can somehow help these cases be solved. I don't know, but that's what I'm hoping for, and maybe it will, because there's so many different tragedies that families have to live through year after year that have been covered on the show and whatnot, and they have to go through this every year, and it's still unsolved. And as they say, when people get lost, or or people are murdered or something like that, as time goes on, it might get easier, but the hurt when that anniversary comes around, it hurts just as bad. And that's why I want to do this series. Not just for the fans and for myself, because I have a big passion for Unsolved Mysteries, but for also the families and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I keep rambling on here, and let's get into this case, alright? So, last night I was going to do an Unsolved Mysteries video, but by the time I kind of got to what I wanted to do. It was kind of late. It was about 1 a.m. in the morning, and you know I was kind of watching. I was kind of watching a couple different cases, and this case kind of was interesting to me. Now, I've got the article up here on Unsolved Mysteries Wikia, and it's not very long. It's pretty brief, but since it's pretty much pretty fresh in my mind from when I watched it last night, you know, I've kind of got a couple different things I'd like to say once I'm done. So, like I said, you know, the details and stuff on this case is pretty brief, but I'll kind of when I'm doing it, I'll kind of think about like what people were saying during like the interviews or whatever, and I'll try to remember it and, you know, kind of talk about that as well. Okay, so this is the case of Lynn Amos, I think is what her last name is. Amos. So yeah, Lynn Amos. And this happened on December 21st, 1995. So Lynn Amos worked as a financial consultant in Washington, D.C. Her body was found in her townhouse after it was set on fire, and she died 10 days later. Police at first believed that she had died in a tragic accident, but later they determined that she had been murdered and that the fire was deliberately set to cover it up. Suspects. Police and Lynn's family believed that she was murdered because of her investigation into Mexican banks. Some believed that she knew her killer and that he may have had a key to her home. And, you know, the result of it is still unsolved. So this case happened about 21 years ago. So, you know, I kind of want to give my thoughts to it. Now, I remember watching the video last night, and they were doing a dramatization of the whole scene, and so I guess the firemen got into the room or whatever, and the fire was just on the bed, and you know they put it out and everything, and they discovered her body. And I guess she was still alive at the time, so you know, thinking about that, you know, I think she had 2nd to 3rd degree burns or something like that. They were really bad. I know that. And, you know, just thinking about that, you know, I don't even have words for the way I felt, you know, it's gotta feel so horrible being through that and being in that pain. I can't even describe it really, about how I feel, you know. It's just, I couldn't imagine being in that much pain, because she was still alive, she was still breathing. I think she was unconscious, but she could probably still feel the pain, and, you know, that must have been hell for her. And, I think she passed away like 10 days later or something like that, so she had to go through that for 10 days. That's pretty crazy, and I couldn't imagine going through something like that. But anyway, so yeah, when they got in there, the fire was only on the bed, it didn't spread anywhere else. And, you know, after they put out the fire, they found a cigarette that had been placed there. And, you know, the police thought it was an accident. And, you know, they thought, you know, Lynn might have been smoking in the bed, and she fell asleep and then dropped the cigarette. And, you know, because they also said apparently she had been drinking or something like that. She had had some wine or something, and it was over the legal limit of driving. Of when a person is driving, you can't drive over that certain limit. Whatever it is, I can't remember. You know, it may have changed from back then to now, but if you guys know, put that in the comments. But anyway. So yeah, that's what they think happened, but then you watch they go to, I think it might have been her sister or friend or something like that, and her friend, I guess, smoked until pretty recently, like at that time, pretty recently, she had quit, and she said, you know, if Lynn smoked, she probably would have known about it, because, you know, she would have wanted her friend or sister to know. It was either a sister or a friend. I'm kind of leaning towards friend. So she was like, you know, if Lynn smoked, she would have wanted me to know, because like if she was a closeted smoker, she would have shared that with me, because I smoked too up until recently. And you know, nobody knew her to smoke, and there was no ashtray or dirty ashtrays in the house or anything like that. And you know, just thinking about that too, like if she was smoking, right, and she had fallen, or the cigarette had fallen onto the bed, it probably wouldn't have stayed, like the fire probably wouldn't have stuck to the bed, you know, it probably would have spread, you know, all around the room and, you know, possibly throughout the house. So I think like if it would have been like a fire caused by that, you know, it would have spread a bit more than just on the bed. And I guess they also found that it was, like later, after they kind of retracted it, that it was an accident and they believe it was a murder, that they found like, I think it was gasoline and kerosene and something else like that on the bed. And, you know, it seemed like it was a controlled fire, right? That somebody had been watching it until, I don't know, they probably heard the sirens and snuck out or something. So yeah, you know, I don't think it was an accident. I believe she was murdered, you know, just because of that reason. Because, like, if she would have dropped the cigarette, it wouldn't have just stuck to that spot on the bed. It would have spread elsewhere as well. So, you know, I really don't know if it would have had something to do with her work. I would assume it probably did. Maybe who this person was, you know, maybe worked with her or worked with the people that she was investigating or something, and they found out about that and they decided to maybe go over to her house or something and, you know, just kind of stay with her for a little bit, and then I don't know, maybe they had some wine or something like that, and, you know, she may have she may have thought that the guy had left after the few drinks or whatever, and then she went upstairs to change, but he stuck around. And then he went upstairs and, like, Lynn passed out. And then what he did is he probably, yeah, because apparently, you know, she was pretty, she had a lot of alcohol in her system, so he probably made sure that she was passed out, and then, you know, put the gasoline and whatever else that he put on the bed and lit it up and, you know, watched it until he heard the sirens, and then he, you know, then he left once he heard the sirens. So, you know, it may have been like a close friend or something, or like that, or that's what I think, because they believe that the person had a key. So, but, you know, I don't know. That's just kind of my theories on it. You know, like I said, it's a pretty brief case, and you know, like, there's really only that one theory that I could come up with. If you guys have any theories, feel free to post them in the comments. And you know, like I said, you know, thank you for subscribing. You know, like I said, 21 subscribers. You know, it's not a lot to, you know, the bigger YouTubers and, you know, people that are bigger than me, but on here. But, you know, it's a lot. It means a lot to me. And you know, I'm gonna have another video. I just I gotta figure out what I want to do. I'll also probably be doing a music cover tonight, because, you know, I haven't done one of those in quite a while. And I'll be doing some more GTA 3 live streaming as well, so you can look out for that. If you don't catch the live stream, it'll be in my my playlist entitled, you know, Live Streams and Let's Plays. So if you're a fan of Grand Theft Auto 3, you can look out for that. I may also start my GM mode tonight as well. And I'm also thinking about doing a live stream of my Be a Pro mode in NHL as well. I'm just playing for the Barrie Colts right now. Just doing the few games of the Memorial Cup, and then when I get drafted, like during the draft is when I'll probably live stream it. So yeah, you know, that's pretty much enough of plugging my stuff. You know, I don't really like to do that in these type of videos, but I wanted you guys to know of you know, what I have coming up and stuff like that. You know, if you like this video, give a like, subscribe, comment. I'll subscribe back to you. I'll comment back to you. Follow me on Twitter at JohnHow4. It'll be in the description, and you know, I'll follow you. If anybody's following me that I'm not following, you know, just let me know. You can either you know, at me or write in the comments like what your Twitter handle is, and you know, I'll follow you back for sure. The problem is, you know, just sometimes, you know, I'm not on that account like very much, or, you know, Twitter just doesn't notify me of people who follow for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think that's just a problem they have. I don't know, but yeah, and I'll also post my my PlayStation gamer tag in the description as well, so you can add me on PSN if you have PlayStation 4. You know, like I said, I do live streams and stuff like that, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say right now. And I'll see you in the next one. Wayward out.